A quiet street in the Lebanese city of Zakhle. This courtyard in front of two small rooms is where these kids now play, far from the devastating fighting they witnessed several months earlier in Syria.
One
day there was a ceasefire. I went to pick up my son at school, but the fighting resumed. There were bodies in the street. It was almost impossible to get back home. That is when I decided to leave Syria and take my family to a safe place.
Wishing to stay anonymous, the former businessman hopes to return to his home and regular life when the fighting stops. Drawings made by his 7-year-old son are a witness to a tragic conflict which has escalated into chaos. In March 2011, following mounting anti-government protests across Syria, the ruling Ba'ath Party deployed its army to silence the unrest. The protests soon evolved into a violent rebellion which the forces of President Bashar al-Assad have since sought to extinguish. The bloody conflict has claimed more than 70,000 lives and caused millions to flee their homes.
The conflict in Syria is so complicated, and nobody would like to say that there's civil war. The opposition wants to say that it's fighting for democracy. Government is saying that they are fighting with terrorists because there are so many terrorist acts over there. Syria is playing a very important political role. Russia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, America, for many countries, they have their own interests over there. It's a proxy war. And unfortunately, for this fight, these poor Syrian people are paying a very, very high cost.
C'est un chaos, c'est la violence.
It is chaos, it is violence, it is blood, it is death. Life has been paralyzed. We have lost everything. What can I tell you more? Only one thing, in the name of the majority. Enough. Enough. Enough.
Christians have been living in Syria since the 1st century. Today, 1/4 of Syria's Christian population, or up to 400,000, have been displaced or have left the country since the start of the conflict. Entire neighborhoods and towns are left vacant as the fighting and terror increase. This young family fled to Beirut, Lebanon, fearing for their lives. After bombs started hitting their Damascus neighborhood, they felt increasingly threatened, also because of their faith.
As the crisis in our country escalated, I noticed some of my friends acting differently towards me. The problem is, the Christians, in the eyes of the opposition, stand on the side of the regime. Conversely, in the eyes of the regime, we are blamed for not taking sides. The truth is, we don't want to take sides. The Christians simply want peace for Syria.
This man and his family, who have taken refuge in Zakhle, Lebanon, had to flee their village, leaving all their possessions behind after substantial threats were made against them.
As a minority, we lived in harmony with our community. When the rebels arrived and the fighting started, one day they came to our house and asked us to leave, threatening us that if we didn't, they would kill us.
If you are looking at homes, you can see the beautiful tradition of Christians. They brought over there tradition, they brought wisdom, they brought business, they brought peace over there. And they were highly respected always. Now, 28 Christians, 1 priest. What can you say? Christians are being targeted. They are kidnapped, they are asking for ransom, incredible ransoms. You can never imagine to pay. And unfortunately, they suffer and they weep every single day.
In my opinion, the people who have left and are living abroad, it will be difficult for them to come back. Maybe they will come to visit their parents, family, friends, For those who have started anew, found work, it will be difficult to come back. It is my hope, however, that they will come back. Now, before anything, our people need love and devotion. They need material support as well. They need really everything because they have left everything.
These people, they are asking very hard questions as Christians. Why we are suffering? We are good people. We are not violent people. God is punishing us for what? These questions will be always asked by them, and we have to help to find answer for that. And we have to think about the future. The war, and I believe it will not last forever. We have to give them hope